What is going on, guys? I'm not sure how long this video will be, but I have to tell you guys what happened to me about 45 minutes ago. Okay, so me and my boy, we were on Call of Duty. We weren't in the party chat, we were in the lobby chat. If you don't know what that means, we had our headsets on, we were talking smack, and that means everyone in the game could hear us if they didn't have us muted or whatever. We weren't really talking like crap. Like, I'm not really a bragger or anything like that when I kill someone, but I was playing infected, and you know, if you become infected in that game mode, you have a knife. And I sliced somebody in the neck. It was a really hilarious kill. And I'm not sure if it's the same person I killed or what. I wasn't really paying attention because, like I said, I was just having fun. He replied to something that I said. And you know how they hold the knives in Call of Duty is kind of like this. And when I sliced him, I made a joke about Asuma's, his like chakra blade or whatever it's called. I don't know what it's called. It's like brass knuckles, but it has a blade on it. If you've seen Naruto, you know what I'm talking about. So I made a joke, you know, regarding that weapon, and then this guy comes out of nowhere. It's like, oh no, the nerds are here. So we sparked off an argument. I mean, I wasn't really mad, but you know, me and my boy are like diehard anime fans, and you know how it is when you get hyped up with your boys, you talk crap. But this guy, he was going way too far, and he said some racial things, and you know, I don't get down like that. But the thing that made me want to make this video, three things he said. One in particular. One, he said, if you're watching anime at your age, you know, as an adult, that means you have no life. That means you don't have a girlfriend. You can't get any butt, basically. And basically, you're a loser. You know, you live in your mom's basement. And I can make an argument of all those things, but I let it go. One thing, the main thing that made me want to make this video is, he said, anime doesn't teach you shit. He said, there's no lessons to be learned from watching anime, especially as you're an adult. And that is what made me want to come to you guys. I made a video similar to this a few years ago because a similar argument popped off, but there was like different themes in that discussion I want to talk to you guys about. This one is mainly about anime doesn't teach you life lessons. American cartoons. Let's talk about this for 1 second, and then I'm going to give you a perfect example of how anime can really help out just about anyone. American cartoons, SpongeBob, Adventure Time, Regular Show. Those are all really popular shows. I actually love all three of them. Adventure Time and Regular Show more so have more lessons than something like, I'd say, SpongeBob. I mean, SpongeBob has, like, you know, sharing, but you know, you expect to learn all that stuff by the time you're like 15, I hope. But I mean, Adventure Time and Regular Show, they have like an episodic nature where their next episode builds up from the previous one, and you know, there's like a whole climax and the ending and all that stuff. So that's a really well done show. But you know what I mean, how, not throwing any shade towards American cartoons, they're really fun to watch. I like, you can just relax and laugh at most of them, but anime doesn't teach you any lessons. Personally, I don't mean to offend anyone who mains, if that is a thing, like maining American cartoons over anime. I mean, to each his own, different strokes for different folks, but I, by far, have learned more life lessons and related to anime than I have American cartoons. Because I mean, American cartoons, most of them, not all of them, most of them, a good percentage is just, you know, haha, laughter, this guy hit this guy, you know, whatever. But here is how I think anime really builds a person up, and the life lessons make more sense as you get older. Whereas American cartoons, they're for entertainment for, you know, children to like teens. I mean, it's still enjoyable for everyone, don't get me wrong. Like, I still love all the the classics and the ones that are coming back, like the new Toy Stories, Finding Dory, etc. They're really good to watch, and they have lessons in them, don't get me wrong. But like Naruto, if you've grown up watching Naruto, you know that Naruto has some of the best life lessons ever, and it only makes more sense as you actually go through life yourself. Like me, if like back then, Naruto to me was all about, you know, the fights, the cool action scenes. I mean, I really like the story as well, but now that I'm older and I go back and watch those same episodes, it hits me different because I've lived life a little longer. I've met some messed up people. I've been in some situations. So the lessons actually speak louder than if I was young. Well, when I was younger. So to say that anime doesn't teach you anything in life, you know, and especially if you're an adult, anime is not for you. Like, you should stop watching anime at like 16 or whatever. That's a bunch of bullshit. Sword Art Online has one of the most realistic. I mean, I wouldn't say realistic because, you know, they're in the game. If you die in the game, you die in real life in a few of the arcs. But there's one scene, one death in particular that really made me feel more impacted than almost anything else in anime. And it's not because it was the saddest. It wasn't because the person died in the most fucked up way. It's actually the opposite, because this person died in the most realistic way that I've seen in an anime in a while. And that hurt me more than seeing, you know, a main character get impaled or whatever, because it's real world shit. And what I mean by that is Yuki. If you've seen Sword Art Online, the end of season 2, you know what's going on with Yuki. She has AIDS, which is a very real thing in the world, and people die from it every day. And instead of someone getting their head chopped off, or someone getting impaled, or someone getting a demon sucked out of them and dying, she died from a very realistic, humanized way. And that's why I think her character is written very well. And it's rare that you get like real diseases in anime, but like I said, that is one of the most impactful deaths in my opinion, because it's not just, you know, oh, Itachi died from this mysterious illness, or Goku died from this mysterious heart disease. It's a real, well documented thing. And anime is full of moments like that. Like, I mean, you can get, I wouldn't say relationship advice, because Japanese relationships are different, like the whole culture. They do have their thing with underage girls, but I mean, just the life lessons, like never giving up on your dreams, like, I mean, always being there for your friends, you know, all that stuff is present in American culture and anime. I mean, not anime, American cartoons, but anime just takes it leaps and bounds beyond to make you actually feel the emotion that the character is feeling, and to make you feel bad for them, to root for them, and they actually grow up with you, like Naruto. Goku, Asta is currently developing, like in My Hero Academia, Tokyo Ghoul, as he evolved into the badass ghoul he is currently. Attack on Titan, Aaron's seeking revenge for his mother and then finding out what happened, and now he's on a whole nother adventure. So, I mean, it's just like there's elements and there's evolution to their dilemmas, their problems, their drama, and each climax of their current problems, there's like a new one, and in itself, each one has like a different huge lesson that can be applied to real life. And you really don't see a lot of that. I mean, you don't really notice it as much, and it doesn't impact you as much until you are older, until you have a more mature mind, and you can kind of comprehend things a little better, and you can kind of relate where the characters are coming from. Of course, I can't relate to seeing my mom get eaten by a titan or anything, but I can get where Aaron's anger is coming from, what drives him, what drove him to get off of that previous drive onto a new drive. You know what I'm saying? And perfect example, Death Note. When I first saw it, I was like early teen, mid-teen, and I thought it was really cool. The highlight to me was L and Light duking it back and forth, you know, seeing who's smart, them outsmarting each other over and over. But I rewatched it recently, I think like a month or so ago, as an adult, as a 28-year-old man, and I realized that I actually kind of was rooting for Light. Not in the way, you know, I wouldn't go out and do anything that he did. I don't agree with everything that he did, but our justice system is like really fucked up. And for someone to want to take matters into their own hands is actually relatable. I mean, how many times have you seen, like, oh, that guy shouldn't have gotten off for murdering this guy. He got off because he's a cop. He got off because X, Y, and Z. But if you could take justice into your own hands, like say you had a brother that you loved, like he was your everything, like y'all went everywhere together, someone murdered him in cold blood, and you know it, but you don't have the funds, you don't have the financials to help him out, you know, help bring justice for your brother, and because you're poor or whatever, the murderer gets off scot-free. Wouldn't you want to take justice into your own hands in situations like that and help other people who have been through similar things as you? I know it's not like the theme of Death Note, but I mean, when you think about it, that's what Light was trying to do. He was trying to get rid of evil, but he kind of became evil himself. You know, the power went to his head. But when I was younger, I didn't think about it like that. Now that I am, I think about it like that because it's a very, very relatable thing. Granted, I don't have a notebook that can kill people. I understand why Light would want justice because the world is fucked up. It's really fucked up. If you have enough money, if you have enough power, you can almost get away with anything. And if you don't, when you're in prison, it's really not a prison. You can live luxurious in prison. I don't know if you guys knew that, but you know, if you have that kind of status, so it's really unfair. And I really didn't understand why Light was doing what he was doing. I mean, when I first saw it, he was just punishing bad guys, but now I understand why. Same thing with Naruto. Naruto's like, never give up on your dreams. You know, don't give up on your friends. You know, he's going hard for Sasuke. No homo, maybe a little bit. I don't know what's going on with my boy Naruto down there. But I understand now because when you have someone real or someone you can identify as your brother or as your best friend, you will go out to bat for them. I would go to war for a few of my friends. You know what I'm saying? So back then, it was like, okay, he's cool with this guy. He's his best friend, but why is he chasing him so much? But now that I'm older, I understand because I have a few friends I would go to war for. So, like I said, you relate a lot more with anime, in my opinion. As you get older, there's some underlying themes you don't exactly pick up on if you're early teen. Not saying you can't enjoy it, not saying you don't get anything out of it if you're early teen or whatever, but I'm saying that you can apply it to more real world experience and you can apply it to yourself more if you are, you know, if you've been through more. Some people have been through more as teenagers than I have been as as an adult. So everyone matures at a different rate. Not saying you have to be past a certain age to get a certain message or anything like that, but I just want to talk to you guys about that because it kind of pissed me off because people still think that, oh, if you watch anime, you're just in it for the fights and, you know, you're watching things that's not really giving you any substance, any real life experience, which, I mean, I can kind of understand where they're coming from if they haven't given it a chance. People are afraid of and they talk down on things they have no knowledge about, which is kind of funny to me because he knew exactly what I was talking about with Asuma's chakra blade thing. So that means he had to have watched Naruto or at least know enough about it. I mean, Asuma's not really a main character, so he's watched Naruto before. I don't care what he said. He wouldn't have known what I was talking about. But I just find it really, really sad that people still talk down to people who enjoy different things than they do, you know, in this. But I mean, it is a Call of Duty lobby. People are going to talk crap regardless, but it just inspired me to make this video because, like I said, I got certain things out of watching anime now as an adult than I did when I was younger. So you may have gotten it already the first time when you were 11 or 12 years old, but I had a pretty, I guess you could say, smooth life. I didn't have that much drama going on. So I had my perspective of the fucked up part of the world wasn't really there, but now it is because I've been through I've been through it quite a bit. But yeah, so enjoy what you enjoy. Don't knock other people because you don't enjoy it. Anime, American cartoons, Korean cartoons, anything that's enjoyable to you, you can enjoy at any age, regardless. That's the message I wanted to get across to some people. Like I said, it's just sad that this is still going on. But yep, this has been jbDAuchiha. Tell me what you guys think down below. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.